I'm in it to win it. Like I said before, I ain't doing this. Oh, I'm just gonna be happy with my best if I get 8th or 9th. It's like, no, dude, I wanna fucking win, and I wanna say that. I don't know if I can win. I don't know if I can beat Laidlow and Magnus, but I'm gonna fucking try. So, I'm in a really good spot. 18 days out. It's looking like my biggest Ironman build ever. I'm chilling.
Well, I think we're 2.5 weeks out from Texas, and compared to where he's at last year, he did a couple swims last year where he does some broken, I think 3x8K swims. It's like an Ironman test set he's done. This is with a different coach, different thing he's done, so we're looking to do that next week. But just given where he's been in the past and where he's at now with us, he's been swimming really well. Last week, or yesterday, we had a big set where it was a 4K main set broken into a bunch of different distances, and he was probably around 2 minutes faster through that set than he was in any of his test sets last year. So heading into Texas, swim fitness is coming along. He's by no means like made massive changes. He's not going to be front pack swimmer, but he's getting stronger the last few months. He's in a really good spot for him going into Texas, and has been working with our group. We're kind of excited just to see where he's at and see his progression as he goes into his first race of the year. He's been had a rough winter. I mean, got sick. He's been kind of coming back from his post-Kona like struggles. I think that crash in Kona, because he was on such a good day, affected him a little bit mentally and took him a while to get back, like the motivation back. But since he's been back in Boulder and swimming with us, he's been doing really well. And yeah, the norovirus kind of hit right in the middle of his build. So, but he's been swimming good, he's swimming well. I know his other workouts have been going well. So I think the build is good. He's in a good spot. So looking forward to Texas just to see what he can do. Hey, where she's like chatting right into the mic.
That'd be cute. It's your assistant coach for the day.
Yeah. She comes to every swim with us until she gets too big and won't be able to. But yeah, for now, good to have her. Yeah. I think me and him talk about Texas, and there's a couple big goals we want to achieve. But it's the first race of the year post Kona, his first time racing since Kona. So we're looking at, I mean, first and foremost, he needs to get his world championship spot. So Nice is the big goal. Have a good race that secures your spot for Nice. Secondly, he's looking at the Pro Series and wanting to do well in that series. So, podium or close to podium is good. And then really with that series, it's more about time gaps. So we want to be close to the front, as close as you can be. And then thirdly, if he's in a spot in the back half of the run where he could potentially fight for the win, then it's like try to go for that as well. But I think we're trying to set different expectations around his first race of the year, not make it win or nothing. There's other goals he can achieve along the way, and they set him up for a really good season if he can hit his knee spot, get good points for the Pro Series, and then, the win is kind of, at least in my eyes, I know he might say different, but a little bit secondary in terms of how we want to structure the year and look at Nice being like his big goal for the year. I'd look back through a lot of Trevor's, he sends me all his swims from last year and like good sessions, bad sessions. And a lot of things I notice when I look at his sessions is he'll have really good parts of sessions. So like the first 2K of a swim set will be really good, and then he'll just be toast for the rest. So we're doing bigger sets here where he's working on like 4K main sets. We built up from 3K up to 4K main sets, and so yeah, with the pacing, it's swimming where he's at now and not trying to swim to where he wants to be, so he can get through his main sets feeling strong. Like, so we started the season with a 1K time trial, got his threshold pace or close to threshold pace, and then we set all his workouts after that based around those paces. So we know, at least give him goals in each session where he should be swimming, pace it out properly so he can get to the end of the set and still feel strong, and just stack like good weeks on good weeks of swimming together where he's not blowing himself up, he's not getting halfway through a set and just his arms are completely falling apart, his form's trash. So that's the biggest thing we've been working on, and he's been doing really well. And like I said, yesterday he had one of his better swim sets, 4K worth of work, and was significantly better than he was in his previous 2 Ironman test sets. So we'll do another test set before, so we want to keep track of like where he's been in the past and where he's going, and we'll do another test set probably next week and kind of get a good idea of where he is before Texas.
Let's see, today's Tuesday. I think we're gonna do like an Ironman day in the life, like training video today. I came off a really big day yesterday. 6,000 yard swim, nearly a 3-hour like zone 2 bike, and an hour run. So that was pretty big. Usually my Mondays are pretty aerobic focused. So that was 5 hours of just like good zone 2, zone 1 work. And then yesterday was a quality swim, but today was a zone 2 swim. We're gonna get on the bike for probably like, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, and maybe stay on the flats, because obviously I'm preparing for Ironman Texas, so really want to get comfortable laying the aero bars and whatnot. Maybe go up Jamestown, it's easier to film, it's a little quieter sometimes for me as traffic picks up. And Nice is obviously a bit of climbing, so maybe 50% climbing, 50% TT. I think sometimes people get into the habit of like always climbing all the time, and it's just a little bit easier to push power rather than Texas. I mean, Texas is on a highway, so if you can't sit in the bars for 5 hours, you're gonna be in rough shape. And then we'll do not a brick, maybe like a soft brick. Lionel calls it that sometimes. Probably like finish the bike, eat a quick snack, 30, 40 minutes later, go run. And that'll be the day. So we'll see if I can do it all. And yeah, feeling good. The weather's really good here in Boulder. We've had like 2 weeks of pretty cold weather, but now it's like in the 70s all week. So I'm really gonna try to take advantage of that. We're 18 days out from Ironman Texas, so really like in the final big push. And yeah, I'll try to share as much data as possible. I know last time we didn't share as much like bike power and stuff, so I'll try to draw the bike power, run splits, all that fun stuff. So yeah, today was 4K, zone 2. I don't even know. My watch says like 1, let's see. It doesn't matter, but just in case anybody cares. It's loading. It's 4K at 125 pace. So there you go. Alright, post swim, just had breakfast, coffee. About to go out for a long bike ride, like I said, 3 to 4 hours with some good Ironman efforts and whatnot. Also simultaneously gonna get some personal shots, one for the YouTube video, for my Instagram and stuff, some photos, reels, and then Nate's gonna get some stuff for Envy, and then also Wove as well. So pretty big day of content for like 4 different people. But to make the bike look a little bit better, usually on the training setup, I ride the Envy 3.4s. It gets pretty windy here in Colorado in the summer, and just for climbing and descending, I really like those. They're pretty bulletproof, like all around. But just to make the bike look a little bit hotter, we're gonna put the 6.7s on. Last minute decision, called my good friend Gav. I was like, hey, can you put the 6.7s on real quick? Because they're set up Shimano right now, and I need SRAM. He's gonna do it. Bike will look super sexy, and then we're gonna head out and ride. So beautiful. Thanks, boss.
Cool.
Appreciate you. I got that endurance road bike finally shipped, so I'm excited to get that built.
Oh, cool.
So,
yeah, let's get that done.
Get those nice 35 Pathfinders on it. So
Yes. Yeah, like a gravel road bike.
yeah, exactly. Thanks, Gav.
Right.
All right, I just sat down. We did the swim this morning, got the bike wheels changed up like I said. Just sat down. I really don't want to get up anymore.
really dangerous to sit on the couch to get ready. But no, I feel good. I probably need a bit more caffeine. I think I have a few caffeine gels left, so maybe I'm going to smash one of those real quick. But yeah, we're going to head out for, like I said, 3 to 4 hours on the bike, upper aerobic, like Ironman type reps, I believe, and we'll just play it by ear, see how I feel. Nate and Sophie are going to drive around, along, get some content. I'll share all the watts and the data if anything good happens. So I'll see you guys out there. Oh man, alright, like I said, my morning coffee was, I should have got a quad shot in the latte, but it doesn't make it taste as good. Pretty soft. Like, I like coffee from the buzz I get, but I'm kind of soft of like, I don't want it too coffee-y. So I get half honey, half vanilla. Anyway, besides the point, I ended up just smashing a 200 milligram Z2 calf gel. Might be a lot. And I also have 2 more in my back pocket. So it might be 600 milligrams of calf on this ride, but like I said, I'm crashing pretty hard right now. Just the midday slump. I need to get my ass outside to get things going. Alright, ready?
Ready.
Alright. Lily's coming too.
Excited about working with Envy? That's a new sponsor of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my first and foremost goal is performance over anything. I'm not going to take something just to take it, you know what I mean? And when Tadej Pogačar, Tour de France winner, UAE Emirates, best cycling team in the world, rides Envy wheels, we know they're not going to ride it if it's not the best. So if it's best for Tadej, and he's going to win 2 tours, rainbow jersey, man, it's good for me, and I feel super confident ripping on these wheels this year. My big thing about Envy is that wide rim profile. You can ride 28s, 30s, 50, 60 PSI. Makes stuff like this a dream. It's just so easy and smooth on the body. And I'm a big believer, comfort is speed. So without comfort, you're not gonna go very fast for very long. Oh, all right, what, 90 minutes in? I did an hour warm up, 260 watts. Probably not really zone 2, not really zone 1, just kind of like good warm up pace. And then I moved into 12 times 1 minute on, 30 seconds off at threshold. So about 380 to 390. Not really a session, more so just warm up. And now I'm gonna get into probably 20-minute reps, probably 300 to 330 to send down for recovery. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And yeah, I mean, you can't ask for a better day. It's beautiful weather. So we're gonna knock out these 20-minuters. Georgia Line album on, staying connected to my roots, feeling good. I've done a few rides with Holly. Works out good because as long as I use my gravel bike with mountain bike tires, she uses her roadie, it's like an 80 watt difference. So we complement each other. Great. So, talking at 350 at 7,000 feet is kind of hard. Feel really good though. Doesn't get better than this. Mountains, no one here. The creek. It's the year of Nice. Gotta live in the mountains. Yeah, so total 180. Feeling great. I mean, weather's turning here. I've been having Sean Jefferson help me a bit more, kind of guide me. He's really become a good friend of mine. He's very even keel. Doesn't get too high. It's good for me. So I'll smash a workout. I'm like, I will win Nice. And he's like, calm down. Score 4,500 points in Texas. Just do your job. That's been good. Training with others, especially on the swim, helps so much. I've been sleeping up at 9,000 feet for the last few weeks now, leading into Texas. That's helped a lot. So commuting down every day. And yeah, I mean, I'm in it to win it. Like I said before, I ain't doing this, oh, I'm just gonna be happy with my best if I get 8th or 9th. It's like, no, dude, I wanna fucking win, and I wanna say that. I don't know if I can win. I don't know if I can beat Laidlaw and Magnus, but I'm gonna fucking try. So, I'm in a really good spot. 18 days out. It's looking like my biggest Ironman build ever. I'm chilling. 350 watts, 8,000 feet, soap's making me talk. Damn. I think I bought my first Wove saddle because for 2 years, I kept hearing from other quote-unquote pros that my power meter reads high. It didn't read high. I had a dog crap fit. I was a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. Got with Nick, got with Wove. Career least power last year. Best splits ever. I never wanted to believe it. I was a broke 21-year-old. So I was like, man, I don't need all that. You kind of need it. So, yeah, Nick and Wove, just from the comfortability and the fit standpoint, been amazing. Alright guys, I just got done with the ride. I think I already gave the details, but I just wanted to go over, I always get questions. Difference, I'm lucky enough, to give me any bike I want, as many, but pretty much as I want, so I'm super lucky, thankful for them. So I just want to go over like the difference between the practice bike and the race bike. You guys have obviously seen the race bike a lot in racing, but for practice, living here in Colorado, it's a bit different from when I used to live in Florida, just repping around like a 64 tooth chain ring. Can't really do that anymore. I did that a little bit when I first moved here, and I just tore up my knees going up climbs with no gears. So yeah, on the practice bike, today for the shoot, we were in the NV67s, just to make the bike look a bit sexier, a bit meaner. But usually I run the 3.4s, so like 33, 35 millimeters deep, super versatile, like I said at the shop. Running the custom carbon fiber speed bars. I've really liked these. Nick and the owners of Speedbar, Edwin, have been working really hard to make me some really nice bars that fit. Super safe, it's super easy. It's literally just 4 bolts, it's fantastic. Running, I really like, it's a bit goofy to run the big Garmin on the TT sticks, but I like having all the data. I like having the map. Got a bunch of cool little other features on there. Not sponsored, bought it myself. And then, yeah, I got the 2 wireless SRAM clips right here. I'm running the 5643 and then the 1033 in the back with a cord power meter in there. This combo, like today, for the last few reps, with a tailwind over like 330 watts, I run out of gears kind of sometimes. But for the most part, the 5643 and the 1033 in the back, I mean, you can't beat that for Colorado. Super versatile. And of course, you know, I got the SRAM Force crank arms because I think Soph took my red ones. The red ones are on the race bike, but I actually won my first 70.3 ever on SRAM Force. So don't think you need to spend the extra literally $2,000 to get SRAM red. And then obviously the Felt 56. Yeah, so I'm super happy with this. Usually for training, I usually just run the 3 bottles up here. As you're a triathlete and you're running the double bottle up here in training, it just doesn't look good. It's cycling's about looks. So you only can do 1 in training up here. You can't be riding around with 2. So I usually just run 3 bottles back in here, and I got a dyno plug, and a CO2 in another little Allen key in there. So this is what I use for the practice bike. Like I said, super lucky to get all the fun stuff. And yeah, the race bike this year, I'll be running a massive 1x matte black SRAM red Felt TT bike with a 100 mil Envy wheel with a new Envy disc. So that thing's gonna fly. I'm really looking forward to opening up that at Ironman Texas. All right, man, that was a great ride. Is that an alarm? Oh.
Yeah, for Lakeisha.
Yeah, great ride. 4 hours. Thanks to Nate and Soph for coming along. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna send Nate all the info. I'm sure he'll throw it up now, later, whatever. But the ride, we did 4 hours. We did a loop of the 70.3 course and then some. So like 40-ish miles, just practicing, sitting in TT, riding fast. Like I said, did an hour warm up, 260, and then I got into 3 by 20 minutes uphill. So starting at like 6,000 feet, ending at 8,800 feet, like elevation, with 2 minutes downhill recovery. Could have just done it straight through, like an hour, but I don't know, you get the same benefits, I think, just taking a 1 or 2 minute break, taking a gel, lowering the heart rate, just resetting real quick, and then going again. So did 3 by 20 minutes, I think 330 to 340 on those. Heart rate was looking really good in the 140s, which is really low for me because I have a pretty high heart rate, around high max heart rate around like 200. So in the 140s, at that kind of altitude, that kind of power, I'm really happy with it. Then it went down. That was my first time descending pretty much all year since moving back to Colorado from Florida. The roads are still super dirty with like sand and whatnot, just from the snow and plowing and whatnot. So obviously I didn't really want to take any risks at being, I don't know, April 7th or 8th or something. Maybe I'll take risks in the summer getting ready for Nice. But yeah, especially if the road's dirty, I really don't want to slide out. And then actually when I was following behind you guys,
I know you slowed down a lot.
There was like snow melt on 3 places that I made a mental check of as I was going up, because I actually saw a reel on Instagram a couple days ago. It was a guy, and he's just descending, and he hits some water just like that, and so I was just, like, that's why I really took my time for that water, because I was like, last year I got hit by a car, missed the whole first half of the season. I just, racing, I'll risk it for the biscuit, but not really training, especially in April. So yeah, that was good. And then you guys went to get us lunch, and I finished with this 2 small TT loops I did an hour build, so 20-20-20, and just kind of made it up as I went. I wanted another hour of like upper aerobic type work, and so I did like 280, 300, 320 in the TT. So that's like an hour at 300-ish, I guess, if you clump them all together. Really happy with that. Ended up averaging, I wanted to do 125 carbs an hour of the Z2 Tangerine
carb fuel mix with some added sodium citrate. You actually drove away with my last bottle. I didn't realize until you waved away at 100 miles per hour. I was like, damn it. Which is my fault because I was getting behind you.
Yeah,
So
I had 2 of those white ones, yeah.
you had an empty one, and then you had my fourth one. If I would have gone an hour, which is fine. So I did 3 bottles of 125 carbs in each, with like a little, like 2,000 to 2,500 milligrams of sodium, and then took that calf gel like we talked about. Saved me, got me going. Tanking a little bit that last hour. Took one more Z2 caffeine gel. A lot of caffeine in those things, 200 mils.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I won't go to sleep tonight, which is fine. Hopefully me and Kyle can play all night. But yeah, that got me going the last 20 minutes or what. That last, I mean, pushing 320, 330, 4 hours into a ride, really good for me. It's great, and that's something Jared Berg, one of my advisors, he's been on the team for about a year now. We're really big into that. I do it with a lot of elite level amateurs as well. I do it with is pushing power late into the ride. I know like Fast Cat Coaching, they're actually based out of here in Boulder, does this a lot of pushing power late, right? Because say for your FTP, it's just like say 200. But your FTP is not 200 at hour 4 of the ride, right? That's what they say. It's probably 170, 180 by the time you're so fatigued, right? So pushing 320, 330, 4 hours deep into a ride, super good stimulus. And that's the key of good Ironman racing. Anyone can ride the bike for 80, 90 miles. Just if you can be riding well that last 80 to 110 miles, you're going to be eating people up. So it's just something we practice. Speaking of the devil, Kyle Glass is calling me. But yeah, so I'm really happy with it, and yeah, I think we're just gonna take a quick. Man, I look crazy.
Your hair is disgusting.
I look nuts. I can't believe Nate let me talk to the camera. Hey, Kyle, I was just talking about you. I'm making a YouTube video. I got 20 more seconds of my rant. All right. So.
Gosh, show Kyle. Okay.
I will show Kyle to the camera. So anyway, yeah. So now I'm just gonna, like I said, take 20-30 minutes. Probably just drink a liter of water. Eat about 10 frozen mini Snickers. Call it and go run. Call it a day. So, all right. What do you want? All right. Last session of the day. 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's a quote that Lionel said in one of his videos last year. Talbot asked him if he's training for an Ironman. And Lionel, I coach 2 kids. Their names are Jack, not kids of my age, but their name's Jack McGreen and Gavin. And we're all really good friends now, and we love Lionel. And there's this one quote Lionel says in one of his YouTube videos when he's training for an Ironman last year. This was when Jan was coaching him. He goes, sorry, one second. There's this quote in the video, and it says, he's doing a 5-hour day. And he's like, easy day. And he goes, oh, you do 5-hour days in a row? Then you maybe can do an Ironman. And then he goes, I'm training for an Ironman. And so anyway, we always say that. Today's it's an hour swim, 4-hour bike, hour run. So I don't know, it's a 6-hour day. Yesterday was a 5-hour day. When you got no talent like me, man, you got to just put in the blue collar work. So we got the arm heart rate, because I hate running with the damn chest strap. I think just growing up a runner, I don't like anything really on my chest. Yeah, I got the On Cloud Surfers, beautiful, love On. These are nice. I don't really wear anything for longer than like, I don't know, 6-8 miles, 45 minutes to an hour, just because they're super light, plush, but feel really good, like a nice shakeout or whatever. So all right, we're gonna head to the Cottonwood Trail, run back and forth on the gravel, like I said, for about 45 minutes or so, and I'll probably hit the hot tub for 30-ish minutes. Heat training, kind of, for Ironman Texas. I don't necessarily believe a ton in heat training. I know some people would argue me on that. I grew up in Florida, like I'm pretty well adapted to it, but just to get a nice, decent heat stimulus, I think there are some good studies out there that show being in water, like hot water, gives you a better heat stimulus than like a sauna or whatever. And it's just gonna be nice after, I don't know, 10 hours training in 2 days, it's gonna start getting cold out. It's so nice, when it's cold out, you get to sit in the hot tub. No better way just to doom scroll on TikTok, sit in the hot tub. So, and then Soph's dad's coming in town. We're probably gonna get dinner, and then back at the mountain, and 6K quality swim tomorrow morning. Ironman Texas is coming. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it, and hope to see everyone in 17 days, and then our big team race about 30 days at 70.3 St. George. So thanks for all the love, everybody. See you later. Man, the gas tank is low though. The calorie gas tank is
is nearly empty. If I don't eat and sleep tonight and nail this quality swim in the morning, Sean's gonna beat my ass. So will Sophie. So will Stu. I need to pull myself out of the hole in the next 14 hours. So since I've been going up, sleeping up high, no Sophie or Lily, Chipotle every night, easy. But Soph's dad is in town. I know they're watching this. He'll probably be paying. Want to go somewhere good, so I don't know. I'll let Soph and Lou pick, but we're going all out for sure. I'm dying. Finish off with some good sugar too, Cold Stone or something.